So here's what actually happened. Here's how we got. So that's the backstory. I hope that wasn't too long-winded, but I think it's important to understand the backstory of like where he was and how he got here. So when I got this DM from this lady and she called me, I immediately she started to tell me good things that happened, and I had recently found out that on your iPhone there's a button on the top left you can record the call. Okay, now I've used apps for recording calls before. Usually I have to go into an app, call them from a certain number, and then it's kind of, you have to pay for the app. It's sort of this whole thing. And I've done that in the past, but I don't have that app on my phone right now. And someone had just told me like 2 days before, hey, you can record natively on the iPhone now. And I'm like, oh, cool. I'm like, and I talked to this lady and she starts to tell me this story. I'm like, this is amazing. Oh, hold on. Like, can I record this? She's like, yeah, I guess so. Sure. Yeah, no problem. Actually, that sounds fine. So I record it and she tells me this whole story about what happened with Stefan. I'm asking all these questions. She's giving me detail and she's very vibrant. And like, she's just like, it's just grateful for what he did. And I'm recording the call because I know that I can make content out of this later. Okay. And otherwise, like, I don't have her in front of me. Otherwise, it's just like a written word or a story, which is nice, but people like to hear from someone, right? Preferably they like to see it. Okay. But it's all I got. It's this phone call. She tells me the whole story. It's amazing. I walk into dinner, tell my girlfriend, I can't believe it. We get home. Okay. And I immediately go into the local, I asked the girl, the lady, I said, hey, her name's Jennifer. I said, Jennifer, can you write me up something? She's like, I'll do anything for the school. Like, just tell me. I'm like, can you just write a little thing for me about how he helped you and send it over to me, or post it in the local Facebook community group, like where that is. It's a very active group. There's like 15,000 people in it. And she's like, can you, I think 18,000, but whatever. She's like, can you please put this, I said, can you please like post in there like what your story, because I post it, that's kind of cool, but if you post it, it'll be even better about what happened. She's like, oh, absolutely, I will do anything for Stefan, no problem. The problem is she's not part of that group. So she said, she sent me a text with like what happened and her being so thankful and telling the story. So I took that post and I put it in the local Facebook group in the community. Okay. Now the problem was the post was good at telling a story, but people will not read a post and they won't watch a video unless it has a really good hook. Okay. If the first sentence or the first 3 seconds to 5 seconds of video isn't good, people don't watch. You have a million different options. They just swipe. So I'm like, okay, I need people to actually look at this. So I put in the top of the story something like, he stole my purse and ran away. And then I wrote, this is the text I got from blah, blah, blah person. Read this to see the story. So people that, remember, they see only the top part of the post. They have to click read more to read the whole thing. So they click on it, they read it. This post immediately picks up a ton of attention. Okay. Once again, just in this like Facebook group, not on social media overall, but in a localized community group, people are going to care about this. Someone got their purse snatched at the dry cleaner down the street. Like, they're going to want to know. Okay. If I just put it on my Facebook, I'm sure it would have had some traction, but not as much as like it would in this specific community. And I'm like, and people are sharing, like, oh my God, this is awesome, commenting, it gets like, a couple hundred likes, like basically right away. It's got 50 shares. Like, people are really talking about it. I call Stefan and I'm like, hey, this is amazing. We need to set up some kind of workshop to make this happen, to leverage this. Like, we need to have more marketing from this that actually works and gets us new students instead of just like a nice feel-good story. We need to get new students out of this, right? And that's how organic marketing should always be. It's like, okay, what can you do that sets out goodwill in the community, but also has returns for you, right? So when people do school programs, what they'll do is they'll go out, they'll do gym teacher for a day or career day, or they'll do other events at a school, do a school talk about bullying, and it's goodwill, it's great. And they might get 1 or 2 students from it, maybe, but most of the time they get like nothing. And yeah, like it's good to be on the community. It's good to get your name out there and face out there. But ultimately, if you don't get anything back from it, that's like one way to like really burn you out. Okay. And it's frustrating because you feel like you're doing all the right things, but you're not getting anything back. So I know how to get people to run school programs and daycare programs and convert them into new students. Okay, cool. I can use those same exact leverage strategies with this. Okay. So next thing I know, I look down at my phone. This is the next morning. I get a call. The Philadelphia Inquirer, a local like newspaper. We want to do a news story. He's like, tell me what happened. I tell him the story, but I don't just tell him like, this guy who's my instructor took this lady's purse and then, he got this lady's purse back from some guy who snatched it. I told him everything about the story, about how we got him his visa, how difficult it was, how for him this is all like nothing, and like the whole story behind it that I share with you guys. Because I didn't want to just tell them the facts. Facts are boring. No one cares about facts. Okay. People don't share bullet points. They share stories. They remember stories. Just like I told you a story in this podcast episode, in this video, right? So if you're watching. So I tell him the whole thing. He's like, this is fascinating. He's like, all right, we're going to post about it tomorrow in the news. And I'm like, oh, fantastic. I gave him the other people's numbers so they could reach out to and interview Stefan and interview the woman. And I'm like, okay, we need something to leverage this. So we're going to make a free women's self-defense workshop. So I go in the comment section. I don't have anything yet. I don't even have a date. I don't have a time. I don't have a Facebook event. I'm just trying to make this happen fast. Strike while the iron's hot. Okay. If you get leads from a local school and you don't have something for them to come to or convert them quickly within a week, then they're going to fade away forever. Okay. You need to strike while the iron's hot. So I go in the comment section. I said, hey, Stefan decided to do a free self-defense workshop for women. Who would be interested if we did it for free? Non-stop comments. Comment me if you want to join. Okay, now in Facebook groups, you can't really put a link. Okay, it's just usually people get upset about that. You can't promote a business. But I just said this is a free thing for the community. If you want to join, just message me. So really like casual. Tons of comments on there. Okay, all the women from the community, they see their friends do it. They comment me. I'm like, oh, amazing. I'm like, okay, we got to get a Facebook event up. We got to get a form set up so people can register, so we can get their name, number, and email. We are hustling to get this done as quickly as possible because this news is about to come out the next day, and I want to make sure that they talk about it. They have something that they have a flyer, they have an image. Newspaper comes out, they have the image of our flyer. We have the event scheduled. We're taking all those people who comment me, and replying on the comments. Hey, I sent you a DM to help you reserve a spot. Check your message inbox. It might be in your spam inbox because if we just send them a DM, might not see it. Okay, so we let them know, hey, check the other inbox. So, and I maybe could reply with the link for them to register, but sometimes moderators of Facebook groups get annoyed by that and they hate it. Or this is against the community guidelines. So we don't do that. And what happens next is this thing starts filling up. Okay. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like I have this recording of this video of the audio. I need to get this on social media. Okay. So I take that recording. I use what's called Descript. That's what I use to edit this podcast, what I use to edit videos. It's really easy because it turns all the words from a video into like a Word document, essentially. So it'll say the words that the person said, like a Word document, and then you can edit the Word document and it automatically edits the video. So if there's a sentence I don't like, I highlight it, I hit backspace, and the video, that sentence where I said that thing magically disappears. Unbelievable technology. Okay, super easy to use. So I use that at this podcast. Often I'll use it to take out and other things that I feel like just aren't necessary to be on here. So I go on there, I edit this at 12-minute audio recording. No one's going to listen to that. So I cut it down to like 2.5 minutes. It's the best I can do in order to tell the story. I really wanted it to be like a minute or maybe 45 seconds, but I couldn't get it lower to that. And then I added a bunch of B-roll footage to it. Okay, so a bunch of just templated videos that kind of tell the story, because I don't have any visuals and people generally like visuals, right? So I just added visuals to it with the audio recording of her on there, and I put it on social media. I put it on Instagram. Okay, now here's how we got the next level of news coverage. I tagged NBC, CBS, ABC. What happens next? We get a call. Okay, first of all, people start sharing it, right? And then we get a call from CBS. Hey, you want to get a news story? Next, we get a call from Fox. Hey, you want to get a news story? And Stefan now every day is doing these interviews. One of the days, CBS made him wake up at 5 a.m. to do this. And we have something that is an offer for them. Throughout the news coverage, you'll see every single one talks about they're going to be hosting a free women's workshop. And by that point, we have the date and the time, and people can register with the link and everything. And now we have nonstop calls and texts, and with a clear call to action. Okay, so every time it would say, if you want to reserve a spot, text workshop to blah 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 number. So then we have that person's number, right, to RSVP, and then we'll send them the link to actually fill out. Okay, so all it took was quick action immediately right away, tagging those news coverages, those news stations, and then it came one after another. Okay, here's what happened next. It gets even better. Okay, so now we're on 3 different news stations. We have over 100,000 views across the articles, the videos I posted, the documentation around it. And my social media coach, for me personally, my Instagram coach, she's like, you can make this into 20 pieces of content. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to rewrite it in different pictures and images and tell the same story and keep on posting with the news sites. So here's what happens next. We get an email from the Philadelphia Health Department. Okay. Hey, we have 1,700 employees. We want you guys to do a training for our staff. If you could do a free workshop for us, that'd be great, like you're doing for everyone else. And we'd also love to be a partnership with you. And I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like the Philadelphia Health Department, like 1,700 people, that's insane. Now, that doesn't mean 1,700 people are going to do it. Okay. This means they offer it. It could be 15 people do it. It could be 10. It could be 400. I have no idea what we'll actually get out of this. That's the truth. Okay. But here's the good thing. One of the things I teach my clients through the Triangle Codex, which is a 3-step system in order to get new students organically. So there's 3 steps, or 3 pillars, I would say. One is schools, like elementary, public, and private schools. The other thing is daycares / I don't know why this balloon thing happens. Daycares, which is, sorry if you're watching a video, why I just said that is because balloons just popped up. I know it did that on Zoom. I don't know why it does that on here. But anyway, ignore that. The second part of the Triangle Codex is daycares, / after school programs / summer camps. Okay, that's like the second pillar. And the third pillar that I don't talk about as much, but is equally as valuable, is businesses. How to create a strategic partnership with a business, not just like putting rack cards on by a register or putting flyers by some business where they hand out your flyers. First of all, most of the time you leave some flyers somewhere, at the end of the day, they're gonna take those flyers and throw them in the trash. Okay, is it better than nothing? Absolutely. But like, if you want a real partnership where those businesses send you qualified leads, you need to have an actual like agreement between you and them. And that's what I teach my clients to do in the Black Belt Business Elite program and the Black Belt Business Academy, in my one-on-one coaching program as well. Okay, so how do you actually create a partnership with local businesses so they send you hot leads that convert into new students? Now, typically, we'll do that with local family-friendly businesses, Mathnasium, that does like tutoring for math for kids, or the local trampoline park, or a family-friendly restaurant, or a pediatrician. Usually those are who we set it up with. I never did it with like a government office. So the fact that they were asking me to do this, I was like, cool, okay. Like I know what to do, but I've never done it with like this big of an opportunity. So here's what we're doing with them, so you have an idea. Okay, so if something ever happens with you, you can make this happen, or maybe you can just reach out to your local government office and do it. So what we're going to do with them, we're going to set up a strategic partnership. So what's going to happen is they want us. So I got on a Zoom call with this lady, so we don't go back and forth with email. I'm like, what do you want exactly to happen? She said, we want these a free workshop for our staff. Okay, so she's not offering to pay for it, so that was a little bit of a bummer. But I'm like, all right, cool. It doesn't matter if we get leads out of it that convert to new students. I'll take that any day. Okay, most of the time I offer these things for free anyway. So she's like, okay, yeah, we want to offer that. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we coordinate across all of our Philadelphia schools. So there's 34 schools total in the franchise that we own. When I say we own, I'm a part of, but owned and started by my brother Solomon Brenner and his business partner Jacqueline Razai. But there were 34 schools. Okay, so we have a couple of those schools that are in the downtown Philadelphia area. So what we did is we coordinated that we're all going to do a beginner workshop, a self-defense beginner workshop, specifically for the Philadelphia Health Department at the same day and same time. Okay, specifically for them. They're going to send out an email on our behalf. Okay, that's going to say, hey, here's what you can go to. It's going to be free. If you want to join, do it. The next thing they want to do, this is where so that's like a cool event. It's a one-time thing. But how do we actually set up a partnership so they constantly send those people? So now what's going to happen is when people join the Philadelphia Health Department as an employee, we're going to have a partnership where they get a discount at our martial arts school.